the president and CEO of the Chamber of Commerce of West Alabama, Mr. Jim Page. Jim, are you recovered after this big weekend, this fiesta of college football, I guess you could call it?
I am. Last night, though, was both exhausting and baffling. So I've been trying to, I've been trying to let it all sink in this morning, and I still don't get the garbage can.
The garbage can is a mystery that will last a lifetime.
But you're a Twitter guy.
Yes, I am.
The garbage can has a Twitter account now that is blowing up, and that's going to be awesome to watch throughout this season.
I wondered how long that would take if it wasn't already established.
Yeah.
I'm guessing it didn't take very long. It was nearly Butch's coaching career that was placed in a recycle bin last night when Tennessee was down 28-14 and could not stop Tech on the ground.
No.
When you face an option offense like that, a 14-point lead in the third quarter may as well be 28 because you're thinking Tech is just going to dominate time of possession, going to hold on to the football. But you got to give Tennessee a lot of credit, too. That's sort of a spot where in the second half of last season they rolled over. I liked what I saw from Quentin Dormady, the new quarterback for the Vols. Thought he showed well in his first start of the 2017 season. So I think there's still trepidation, would you say, Jim, if you're a Tennessee fan after last night? But there's also some reasons for optimism moving forward for them, especially for a team that plays in an Eastern Division of the SEC where I still think just about anything's possible.
Yeah, I mean, Tennessee did show some resilience late in the game yesterday, and they have not been known for that. But we talked on this show 2 or 3 months ago about coaches on the hot seat, and the two that we talked about were Kevin Sumlin and Butch Jones. And I don't think anything's changed. When all the dust settles, I don't think anything's changed.
Well, when
you've
got university regents calling for your job on Facebook,
that's rough.
Like Kevin Sumlin had in the last 24 hours, good luck coming back from that. We talked about Sumlin's situation, as you said, well back in the offseason. And the scenario that he absolutely did not want to play out involved a loss of any kind to UCLA in the opener. But the way that one played out, there are degrees of losses, and that was catastrophic.
Absolutely. I would rather just get beat up and down the field from the time kickoff.
And the fan base would too.
You can swallow that, but the way you just gave it away, I can't even wrap my head around that.
And then at the end of the month, A&M gets Arkansas at Jerry World, which will be a dogfight for them. And then South Carolina back in College Station on September the 30th.
And South Carolina looked good.
They looked good against NC State. So Kevin Sumlin, as we talked about in the offseason, very real possibility that A&M's 2-3 coming out of September, which leads to the question of, and I'm going to ask Barton Simmons at 247sports.com about this coming up in Spanning the Bama Beat as well. The potential for Kevin Sumlin to still be the head coach for A&M when Alabama goes out there on October the 7th. Very much up in the air at this point. We know who the coach is at the University of Alabama. He is now 45-6, Nick Saban is, Jim, in games that he's coached at Alabama when the Crimson Tide is ranked number 1 in the nation. Most games coached ever by a coach of a number 1 ranked team. He's going to host the Fresno State Bulldogs. We had the potential for so many great storylines with this game with Lane Kiffin, a Fresno State grad. Lane, of course, now down at Florida Atlantic. But what are some of the things that as Alabama fans look to come to Tuscaloosa this weekend? Any major changes to game day or the surrounding area that they should be aware of, Jim, going into the weekend?
Nothing too significant over changes from last year. As you're coming into town, one big change, one big improvement is the interstate work finally being finished at 2059. That's gonna help a lot. That's a bottleneck already on game day just because of the sheer volume of traffic coming in. But when it was under construction, that made it 10 times worse. So that's behind us, and so fans should be excited about that. you and I talked off air, kind of three things to really look for this weekend for the first home opener. First and foremost would be the road improvements. We've got a lot of road projects on the schedule, so to speak, but they're all kind of on hold for football season. So it should be relatively easy to get in and out of town. Again, there's already going to be natural congestion because of that sheer volume of traffic. But between exit 73, which is McFarland Boulevard, exit 71, which is downtown, and then the Cloverdale exit, there should be relatively smooth sailing from a construction standpoint. So that's good. Two, I would strongly encourage folks that can hear this to consider parking downtown.
Yes.
Everybody tries to get as close as they can possibly get to the stadium, but what people don't realize is downtown, say City Hall, downtown Tuscaloosa, or the parking deck, is actually a shorter walk to the stadium than the soccer fields are. It's kind of it plays tricks on your mind because you can't see the stadium from downtown, so therefore you think it's a lot further, but it's actually closer. So I would encourage people to park downtown. There's free parking at the intermodal center, the parking deck, and obviously places to park all around there. And it's $1 ride on the local trolley system.
One of the best kept secrets about
awesome.
game day. And how long has it been in effect, though? I mean, we're not talking about something that's been around for a year or two.
No, it's been several years.
Right.
You can park for free at the parking deck, and you can pay $1, and it will take you all the way down to the stadium.
And the food and drink you got available to you all right around there. Great restaurants, great watering holes. Everything's right there.
Hey, we have some new things, so I would encourage people to really, that would be my third point, is to come early and stay late. Saturday's a 2:30 kickoff, which is perfect timing wise because you really get to enjoy the whole day.
Weather looks good.
Weather's going to be awesome.
Yep.
That's Chamber of Commerce weather. We dialed that up just for this first game.
That weather machine.
Yeah, absolutely.
That Jim Page has.
That's right. So come early, stay late, but we've got, as you said, great restaurants, great places to shop and enjoy a drink, enjoy great food. And so beat the traffic by coming in early and then avoid some of the rush after the game is over. You won't be in any hurry. Enjoy dinner and let some of the traffic get out of town. And so just great opportunity this weekend, again, given the fact that we have great weather and a great kickoff time. And there's still tickets available.
Absolutely.
So I would encourage folks that if you haven't already done so to grab tickets. But to that point, be careful about fake tickets. We had a story that went out last night on some media outlets. There was apparently a pretty bad problem with fake tickets in Atlanta.
Yes, I could believe that.
And so I don't anticipate that happening here so much. That's more of a special event type thing. But just encourage folks that if you are going to buy from someone off the street, just be careful. The city has now given credentials to certain scalpers.
There's a licensing
you're right.
process,
yeah,
right?
You have to go through a business license now, and those folks have to wear tags around their necks. They look like really large lanyards. And so if you're going to buy tickets off the street from someone you don't know, I would strongly encourage you to find someone that's wearing one of those lanyards. And you can find them, at the main intersections that they're on the strip. You see them, right in front of the quad. I mean, so they're in the highly visible places. But just be careful about that. Wouldn't want anybody to be out any money and then not be able to get in the game.
Talking with Jim Page, the president and CEO of the Chamber of Commerce of West Alabama. What is the city looking at in terms of financial impact and your estimation for this upcoming weekend? Yeah,
we've talked about this before, Travis, that in years past, and we don't have updated numbers, and we really we've talked internally about we need to do this again. That a regular home game, just a normal game, kind of like Fresno State would be this weekend, that the city can easily do $17-18 million in economic impact. And, of course, games of conference and national championship
LSU,
implications obviously go well above 20. But those are dated numbers. Those are from 2015. So that really predates a lot of the hotels that have been built.
New lodging.
Especially in downtown. We've got 3 great hotels in downtown now. We've had a laundry list of new restaurants and other stores open up downtown and all over the community. And so the fact that people have more options now to stay longer, they can come in on Thursday, stay till Sunday, and then while they're here, they have even more opportunities to spend money. I fully expect that when we get updated numbers, that you're going to see home games easily go above a $20 million mark for a weekend for economic impact. And really big games, again, this year's home schedule is awesome. We've got Tennessee, we've got Arkansas, we've got LSU. Ole Miss would have been LSU. I can see this being a very, very good year for the city in terms of revenue, just because there's so many more options to spend money.
Absolutely. It should be a great weekend. Really appreciate you coming in and sort of previewing it with us from that standpoint for the fans. Jim Page, the president and CEO of the Chamber of Commerce of West Alabama. Again, follow Jim's advice. Follow those points he laid out for you. All great, great points. All will help you get through this season opener at Bryant-Denny Stadium in Tuscaloosa.
And Travis,
much easier.
If I can jump in right before I go, I'd be remiss if I didn't say this. For folks that don't already know about this resource, I encourage them to use it. The UA Game Day site is awesome. It's uagameday.com. Of course, you can also follow them all over social media, but uagameday.com. If there are changes in traffic, road closures, et cetera, if there's a weather issue, any kind of special event for any game, they will update that in real time. So if you've got that on your smartphone, you can know what's going on at all times. uagameday.com.
So many resources available to us that, like we talked about the parking deck at Government Plaza downtown. That we just don't always make the best use of. So absolutely on the website as well. We won't get a game prediction from you, Jim, because I think we know how this one's going to go Saturday. Just stay healthy, right, for a team that sustained some significant injuries against Florida State.
Yes, we need no injuries to our linebacker core.
As deep as they are, another one or two could put even Alabama in some peril at the linebacker
And not
position.
to get ahead of ourselves, but anxiously waiting to see some play of some of these freshmen that are coming in. You know, want to see Tua get on the field.
Very popular guy on Saturday.
I want to see even more Najee Harris, who I think is an absolute beast. When he's bigger than Derrick Henry standing next to him on the sideline, that's saying something. You know, some folks on the defensive side of the ball, like LeBron Ray, Dylan
possibly.
Moses. So hopefully, again, Saturday they make quick work of getting ahead in the score and can let some of those guys get in. That's going to be exciting for everybody to see.
It should be really the top storyline for a game that most expect to be well in command fairly early by the Alabama Crimson Tide.
You tell Coach you said that.
No, you're the one talking about wanting to see all these freshmen, Jim. You led me right into it, my man.
I put it in context. I said if they make short work.
I know.
Hopefully it is a good Saturday, and next week, being the same.